Hello Scorpio, this is Caro. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be the extended part of your video 2022 yearly series. And this is the second part, so if you have randomly clicked this video, please know that the first reading is in the public videos, and it talks about the hopes, highlight, and the guidance for the 2022. It will be important first to watch that and then come back to this video, as we will be now progressing with the part 2. Thank you very much for tuning in to your part 2 video. And part 2 is a month by month experience. We will begin with January and we will here end up with December. We are going to explore each month, and this is going to be your central cards. Let's make it like that. Let's put them into center, and now we can progress with the first month. Let's begin with January. So what will be the most dominant energy now coming for Scorpio? Scorpio, this reading is in a format that, for instance, in a month, there can be many developments. Okay, you can witness many developments at the same time. But the formulation of the reading is to show you the most dominant energy pattern for that month, and then we are gonna have a whole clear picture in terms of perspective by the end. So yeah, this may not be the only development for that month, but the most important, let's say, highlighted one. I offer also this reading series in private as well, but just until the beginning of January 2022. This reading series I only perform in a very limited time, because I want to use the vibe of the especially December, and here forming completely a new reading for the year of 2022 in private. So okay, let's begin with the first energy, and this is January. Now January, we are witnessing the Two of Cups. Wow. Okay, so partnerships, one-to-one dialogues, love, attraction, opening up feelings to another person, business partners, romantic partners, but emotional encounter with a person is very much possible by January. You can also witness that someone is sharing a particular period of time with you, in a way that if you have been through a particular loss, this person is like the one who is accompanying you. This person is contributing a lot to your spiritual development. They are also bringing their luckiness, the lucky side to this connection. They are coming with their abundance, and maybe through a partnership, you create something with this person. Through that one-on-one connection, it has its prosperity, it has its abundance, and there is some kind of, this is Venus in Cancer card, so it actually talks about this joyful merge with the other. Now, of course, here the other person, towards other person, you're gonna feel a great sense of connection, of course, they will have a great sense of connection to you as well. There can be this sense of bliss when you are with them. If you were waiting for this connection, okay, this person is like bringing plenty of things with them. Like you are very well received with this person. Now, the point here is that if they gonna stay long or a short time in your life as well. So we will witness it, how this is likely to develop, but they may be in a short time as well. However, for the time that they are in, they are really changing a part of you, a part of yourself. So here you can witness a particular also emotional force like coming to your life. There is some kind of you can witness some simultaneously happening things and synchronicity at work. There can be this feeling of to be merged with an ideal, okay? So it can everything can also, as we have the spiritual development and enlightenment energy here, and this is pretty much, you see the twins here with the sun card and with the ring. So to your hopes there is a reflection here. It can be also, this can also indicate marriage taking place both within and outside of the self, that merge energy. So this is really something you will be feeling like to your bones, like to your veins, and love, or that particular sense of fulfillment, that love is gonna drive your mind, it's gonna drive your senses, and this generally may really bring you new insights. You can begin to understand things with new perspective. You can have that glimpse, all that you can have that glimpse that things like for you can suddenly make sense, they can become okay, and then you can create, move in a direction to create. So the love, the connection here can drive you here to create. So in a way, we have the sorrow over the loss here. If you go through a loss, even you gonna experience it may be with this person. And I don't know, but you can find the cups here is like we find that object for all our feelings. And if this is not necessarily romantic, it can be also an endeavor. For instance, you pour yourself into some activity, but with emotions, right? We have the cups, you pour yourself into it. Activity, idea, purpose, or person. Something feels exalted here. Sometimes like maybe a burning pain, but it is really giving that high force, okay? There are sometimes invisible lines, like a silver cord, for instance, like which connects you to the object of your affection. And the symbol of two of cups is actually a line which is formed when 2 points are connected, like it's that continuum. So it is also known that the more hallowed or sacred the silver cord is, or silver cord of that this connection, the thicker it actually seems. So it's like forming the cord of love, okay? In love, we usually feel compelled to detach ourselves from everything that holds us back, and we have this sudden capability to create and to join forces with the object of our affection, desire, and everything suddenly seems uplifting, and even like a loss here, like, okay, I can get through this kind of feeling. So it is really, there is really a feeling of connection there, that cord taking place. Let's find out what is happening generally. This is a Turu, actually, this is the sun energy. But highlight was strength. So the struggle here maybe is to coping with that sorrow of loss. But a particular chord is maybe making it more easier for you. Okay, again, we have the sun card here in the sunflower form as well. So February, and what was the guidance? Open your heart to be enormous growth ahead, it says. So it is no surprise that January has started with the Cups energy. Now we have the Nine of Swords. The February's image is, you know, we have that like zephyr, like blowing the wind, but it's called winter, and it's like running away. Nine of Swords, this reminds me the Alfred Hitchcock's Birds movie with Tippi, the actress, Helen, I guess. Now, Nine of Swords, there you are seeking something, you are seeking something refreshing. Suddenly that you are witnessing like some path is like closed there, or something feels very demanding. Okay, something feels very demanding. You try to protect here somewhere or something. We have the egg and the nest. Beware of greed, great passion that you have previously caught in the Two of Cups, and we have new home, new attitude. For you, there can be some Scorpios throughout February. There can be relocation energy, also maybe changing a home, flat, apartment, whatever the setup for you. And you will maybe just make this move to follow your passion, and you want to get rid of some, I don't know, like what has been like an obstacle maybe for some time for you. Like you actually want to overcome an obstacle, or there was a screen, like every time you were finding yourself like looking at that screen. It is about now moving that screen, because what is appearing in front of you is no more like give you satisfaction. Like Nine of Swords is like you are not happy what you have been like watching all this time in front of you. This is different than the experience you have here in January, but it feels you, let's say, a sense of there is this tendency to go into seclusion sometime maybe, or you don't want to like see or witness a scenery. And it's like saying, I will like enter a world, and I can there maybe with a person or by yourself, and I want to embrace things there, like embracing love and to discover freedom maybe, okay, through this change. Like the mind seeks an outlet, and Nine of Swords energy can also bring the hurt. But if this person, if it's a very short-term connection, suddenly lifts you up, and maybe the person we were talking about how long they will stay, then suddenly they leave, then you maybe also want to get away from something, okay? So some shadow work here to understand your own psyche, to be able to make amends in life, like re-entering the warmth of something or somewhere, like you're gonna discover this time love or that care or what is gonna give you comfort in a different way. Maybe there are people who are so much greedy around you. You want to follow the passion, or you're gonna develop a new attitude here. Like I feel here a particular withdrawal energy with a person or you alone, but you need to have a good plan in that and putting the work there. For you, maybe it has been easier to function alone than to negotiate with others. You may find yourself like not like willing to negotiate with others who has been greedy, but just maybe as a part of a procedure, you also need to go through some steps and things that are like procedures. There is a particular maybe anger here also, that you have this reaction towards someone. Now you're gonna change your attitude. There can be this solitude energy in February, or just you do not want to see anyone, but you will be concentrate on this new home, new attitude. Knowing that the world is constantly changing, you got to take strength, take energy, take vigor, take vitality, and you know that this is gonna take a constant influx of life force, and you try to like make up that confidence there. Be kind to yourself at this time. If you are angry towards someone who has been greedy, it may be time to convert your anger to a more change of attitude or harmonious attitude. It may ask you to let go, like work through some maybe sadness with the 9 of Swords energy, and it is asking you actually to change your thought pattern as well, like changing the perspective you have been seeing something. But to the new form, new attitude with passion is really, there is something here like maybe still unexpressed and it wants to find a way. Oh, okay, now here let's get a particular deck. We can get some okay, here I want to get this one. First, let's use this deck. I will use one time only with this mini oracle cards when needed. So let's get what you something to remember in February. By the way, these readings will be available in the channel like a year long time, so you can come and check back it the month if you feel you need to. Okay, so okay, so here we have the self-acceptance. Yeah, nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear divine. The spiritual understanding you have gained here with through this 2 of Cups, or which has like developed it more. Here, accepting yourself or what you have been gone through may actually be a catalyst for the change as well. In a way that you, it is obvious that where you gonna, you know, like resting your mind will be somewhere different and with a new attitude. Maybe self-acceptance here, the new attitude. Actually, you start to work on yourself, you confront some things. As you progress the situation, it actually comes down to, you know, knowing that something has been lived, something you have gone through. It's about like that acceptance of what you have gone through and accepting what you cannot change in the situation. But when it comes to like the new conditions, you may here go under also some changes. So I think this February is a great treasure month. You can discover a lot about yourself, about your circumstances, about your situations there, okay? And actually working on yourself may lead up to self-acceptance. Actually, this is what it's supposed to go. But in a way that to integrate some parts of yourself, okay? That things you always want to change in yourself, you may integrate them. February is a very inward process, I do feel. This is all strength energy, okay? This deep subconscious energy with this strength. This is also, right, the taming our parts, unwanted parts. A lot of work on yourself, actually, which is gonna bring the self-acceptance. So because this is, she accepts the lion as she is, but she is becoming compassionate to it, right? So that's how she tames it. She does not change the lion, she changes her attitude towards the lion. Now, wow, let's go to March now. Find your Wheel of the Year card. By the way, I love this deck. It is called Wheel of the Year and it really serves to our here wheel. So for March we have the Four of Swords, another inward time. Wow. It feels to me something amazing you go through and suddenly there is this inward time. Here you are like an air sign actually. You try to organize your thoughts, mind. And there is some kind of a contemplation, taking a break from something. Again, it's a minor strength time. You're gonna become a butterfly. Things will not always be in this way. A change is coming. Light-hearted, carefree time with yourself. Some two-faced friend may ghost you, okay? This ghosting two-faced friend, you will receive a gift and some gifts coming. I feel for some time you won't be visible around and people will be like wondering, but you may have like sudden maybe some this is gonna awake a curiosity in a person. They will show up, maybe even they will come with a gift, but then they will like go, or there can be a difference between their actions or what they are doing. Or they say to you something, but they say another thing to another person. I would advise you to not to share so much privacy here with a person that you doubt. I mean, you have some, let's say, suspicion maybe about a person. Don't give so much information with this two-faced friend. Have your privacy. You're gonna see actually, this is the work with self-acceptance. It's gonna play out, it's gonna give you the wings throughout March. And remember, Scorpio South Node, Taurus North Node in the 18 months long. It means we are going towards the Taurus North Node and we leave behind the Scorpio South Node. Scorpios with also this nodal axis, plus the squares you will get from Saturn, Aquarius Saturn, as you are all fixed signs. This is gonna make a lot of change in your identification with ego and on yourself. So there is a lot of here a work on yourself. Your sun sign, especially Scorpio, so this is also your core. So this is really transformative 18 months. If you have also Aquarius placement, these 18 months, you won't be like the same person again maybe, which is going to be very rewarding in the end. You're gonna like have this very clean, fresh look really, and discovering what burdens you have been all this time carrying. It is gonna be rewarding. Rewards come with also that transformations, and Scorpio is the sign of crisis. Don't forget that. Scorpio is here in the zodiac to also solve out the crisis. That's how it actually functions in the collective. And it's the regenerative, transformative energy. Reminding also the rest of the zodiac that we can really born from our own ashes. So in a way that, and we have the caterpillar, okay? You're gonna see this change through March. That's why you had, look, guidance is judgment. This is waking up, right? Waking up. So actually your cards are serving to the guidance and especially highlight. Now the April brings with the Six of Swords. What? Lots of swords energy. This is the Aquarius, Saturn Aquarius elements maybe to your sign. Now, Six of Swords, okay, so you have internalized a subject. For you, it feels like time to move or time to get back. Like you got to cross a threshold, or you feel like you are standing in a threshold and what you can like make most of it. The threshold, so there can be some crack. Oh, you are put to test a lot with people. Look, Scorpio, some in the front environment, okay? In the front environment, some people you know as friends, they won't be there for you, but you will discover new people, or that unpredictable people will be there for you. This zone is changing. Come back and watch this reading again throughout the year. For instance, my country is a Scorpio sign, and in the mundane astrology, for instance, you know, all that in the relation of the countries, my country won't see some, let's say, you know, countries back up other countries sometimes. My country won't gonna see those countries backing up this time, actually, because my country needs to make it and create and recreate themselves, something in that. But this is in the mundane astrology subject, just letting you know actually how Scorpio is with this Taurus Scorpio axis, how the change is really forcing to change. But it is why, because you will understand who is undependable and insincere. There is a here, you're gonna get together with friends and through an exciting event, maybe just after parting the ways in romance or business with a person. The person in that you had here Two of Cups, I didn't see in the next signs. So here, I think this is a soul contract or a soul crossing. They are definitely helping out for something, but then it's likely that they just go in a different direction. Now here, Six of Swords energy will take us to now in a different dimension. Now April, okay, it's like we're gonna cross a threshold there. For us, it will be time to leave. We are getting back to the basics of life. We have some serious business connection, maybe with a place. And we try to, by getting back to basics, we try to make a solid foundation for an effort. We have family wishes, good family development, some wishes coming true. But in the family, maybe there is an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross, it says, or not in the family in general, but someone who is really displaying an irritating kind of behavior. Now the story here actually develops. Again, it will be all in your mind with the Six of Swords there. You are here, you will be all about the higher wisdom. In the April, by the way, March, February, April, these are really good times to do research about things. In love, I would say just rest. First, try to know better who is really surrounding you all this time, okay? Six of Swords, you're gonna make this move. And there is going to be turn to higher wisdom. Seek out higher wisdom in your circumstances. Also, the higher communication with the big places, people with status, okay? Reach those people who they are. It's about reaching those people. there will be some clear signs of communication. If you come across one of that arrogant, boastful person, okay, you say, I cannot, this person is not communicatable, I'm not gonna cross their boundary, and then just back off, and then get it up. Back to basics, making the move. And you see the lines are clear, you go to the next threshold. So here actually you're gonna find Caterpillar card. Inside the diamond, we have the wings of transformation. You're gonna witness the change in, how to say, you're gonna see the change, the movement. Wanna cross these thresholds are actually process of change in general. Through April, you really need to understand the messages good. I mean, what is also like trying to communicate it to you. You need to understand these messages. I think here, you're gonna also, look, April is really like consciousness raising energy. Let's say there was one subject. All the time, let's say, in your life, since your childhood, somehow that subject has always, when you think about it, made you suffer, okay, let's say. Now, this is actually, April is a month, you're gonna understand, like, the great root cause of that suffering even. With right reflection, resolution, it's like you're gonna transform your suffering maybe into a true and everlasting joy. Okay, this is like from one place to another. Okay, this is definitely not the time for like definitely in the foundation base, the basics are important, but it's not a time for overly simplistic or to be like that childlike energy in your perception there. You're gonna think clearly here. So this is a good thing to see. You're gonna think clear. I have used this one. Let's get it here. Now I will get one card here for you. I think this is a bit, to me, now your hero's journey is beginning. So where you will be at in the hero's journey in April, let's see. So for Scorpio, by the way, this is now, I mean, this is excuse me, this is a general reading, by the way, Scorpio. So it's not gonna resonate, of course, with everyone, but this is at least to understand energy trends for the Scorpio collective. Watch it also for your other astrological associations as well. For instance, if you are into astrology, if you know about your progress sign, watch for your progress sign. For instance, in the progress sign, I am a, for instance, Cancer with a Libra rising. But now in the progress, my progress sign is a Virgo with a Scorpio rising. So for instance, I also take this into account for myself. So if you are into astrology, learn your progress sign, and also you can follow the signs for that. You can also watch it, of course, for your other astrological associations. You just need to experiment. But sometimes you can just, you know, open the playlist, close your eyes, just follow the synchronicity there, just, you know, play it randomly and all good. So you just need to experiment there. You are up to quest here, plunge boldly into life. Then what this is tells us in your hero's journey, this was the part one. Now this is the part 2. The quest begins when you turn into coming after this caterpillar period with the 4 of swords. 4 of swords, like the caterpillar in the mind, like actually your mental process here is becoming the butterfly. Of course, I'm not gonna see you with wings the other morning, right? So here, so you that, and this has caused that emotional, you know, connection at the beginning has changed everything. But in April you are beginning this quest. So at some point you got to begin from the very basic. Bold attitude, but know your boundaries, recognize other person's boundaries. If there is a here boundary, get back. A lot of people will be eliminated out of this, Scorpio. Yeah, this undependable or arrogant person, maybe that two-faced friend again. This person won't be, I think, in your life in 2023 or at the end of that 18 months, or simply your behavior will change towards them, that if you get triggered by them, you won't be anytime triggered by it. It's an interesting journey. Now let's find out your May. So spring for the Northern Hemisphere. May. Oh, too much. One more time. May, please, for Scorpio, what we need to know for May. Wow, Chariot. Again, 6 of Swords, Chariot. Some Scorpios for some time, maybe, by the way, living in a place and then they get back to place. Like, for instance, you go and live a couple of months in a ranch house or somewhere away from city, or you rent a place. I don't know. But if you are already in a fixed dwelling, then this can be the change of attitude for some of you. But the Chariot here is, now this is actually a vertical rise. Okay, so we are introduced with a particular dynamic in May. A Cancer person can be important in your life. Actually, this is the really getting down to the quest. Yes, changes in your life. And guess what? He is holding the sunflower. Isn't it a great symbol? And we have the sun here. And again, we have the sunflower here. You are moving with the guidance. What was the guidance? Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So, and what is Cancer? What is Chariot is the Cancer energy. Cancer feelings. So we have, oh, there is this fear, worry, tense situation. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Major challenge to overcome. There you go. So you are accepting now the changes in your life. You started to see how your 2022 is now getting shaped. You have some kind of this armor, like you have that this protection place or a particular change in attitude. Actually, you find your strength and you now understand your journey well. In May, you understand your journey way. Okay, 2023, it seems these are the things that I will be dealing with. Developing that personal strength, again, success. And you're gonna here meet your first challenge head on, accepting the change that it is gonna bring, and you know that you got to do that. Maybe the fear, worry, or tense situation also forcing you to change. Some Scorpio here we see, I see for some Scorpios divorce. I see some Scorpios changing places, location. I see some Scorpios here like they are really on the road and they one by one overcome the obstacles, as they see also like a growth potential and opportunity in something, they go afterwards. Also, committing yourself like into a course and being like a systematic about it. Some Scorpios may go under maybe a debt, and they can like, maybe they will like paying it safely, so they have like a plan, because where there is Scorpio is the other people's money and resources. So transactional energy is also in here. We have the Two of Swords. There is some kind of okay, the battleground in our mind where we are like trying to take side, but we can't. So it becomes a stalemate position. Now, there is a particular obstacle here. The obstacle here is we have a new person entering your life. Let's see if they are becoming an obstacle. We have used your intuition to make beneficial changes, temporary problems, and also we have reconciliation. Two of Swords is your reconciliation, I think, with that person. Actually, if you really want to do this reconciliation of a subject from the past, but also there is this new person. Someone entering in your life new, and also the reconciliation energy, you know, excuse me. In my culture, we have this saying, you cannot have two watermelons in one sofa or like a armchair. You cannot keep two watermelons in just one armchair. So you're gonna see, and we have the Two of Swords. There is a limited space in your life, and some things you will be involved yourself, and you will also let things in. But I feel here's a minor crisis in a way that there can be more people than needed when we think about your time and energy. For this, you need to use your intuition to overcome this temporary problem. A person entering in your life, for instance, if this is love, and then the ex is trying to get back, or you will be like partnering with someone new, but there is this old contact comes. So the June is like a month where it's a Gemini month mostly, so you're gonna have like two things on your mind, and this is like this is something minor though. Okay, this is something minor though. So here you do not want to actually leave the stage, but you are like with a person, you are circling around each other, and this can be also like a balance you wanna catch in your life. Like you wanna release yourself from a particular past bound where you, every time they come, you feel like captivated to it. But there is also a new person here. You try to maintain this balance, I think, gently. We have the unicorn energy. This is a time that you can really use all of your wisdom and understanding to assess the situation. So this is the path of two. So it's about actually illuminating also the intelligence. Like you got to awaken your consciousness to new possibility and beginnings. It's the waking consciousness that we identify. So there can be some Scorpios, I do feel like need some scientific facts in order to evaluate things. Like you need to construct, test things, draw conclusions, and in this way you are determining limits, structures. You see what is not, and as a result of this also evaluation, I think you can make a breakthrough in this, because something is old and outmoded here, old outmoded construction of thought, thinking pattern, which does not work in a thing. That's why it is asking you to use your also intuition. So Two of Swords is a scientific card, and with the intuition it can be really an incredible change. Though at the same time you feel polarized. So the way out here is like, I think to have the illumination from the both sides, to arm yourself enough to stay in the stage, not giving up the fight, but also not starting it. It's a bit, you just want to keep something in the highest function. Do you understand what I mean? Considering your contacts here as well, you need to keep something in the highest function. So you may not like choose or decide abruptly. I think the choice will come later in the next months. You got to transform your situation to a highest level. You understanding that the potential, the biggest potential opportunity is actually hidden in the intuitive analytical approach, maybe. Here in June, there is no need to for the smallest components. You can cut down them. Like with the strength of your sword, you will go to like a general perspective. This is a Libra card. It's a one-on-one connection. So yeah, this is not about like actually, this is about adaptation, trying to make something the highest function, not about abrupt changes. You really need to see through the game and the situation there. Let's go to the July. Okay, so it's like after Cherry, Two of Swords is like enough, like you have stopped in an inn. Okay, oh, this is too much. One more time, not two, please. Okay, we will do once again, but when cards wanna come, they come. So July, please, for Scorpio. July, please. Only one card. We need only one card. So July comes with the, we are finding the Three of Cups. What a joy. To the Two of Swords, actually, I want to get one card for you. We have used the Hero's Journey. To this, I want to, somehow, I'm very guided to take the animal strips, spirit for you. Just a second. And then I will talk about from 2 to 3, nice. Ladybug, good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with the color and the good luck. Ladybug. To be in the present in your situation. Yes, it's not about like living or staying in it like eternally. Trust your good luck in June. Now, Three of Cups. Okay, let's get the tea leaf cards. It's all, of course, a celebratory atmosphere. Also may include some get-togethers. Too much. One more time. Too much. Some celebration, like here we are also celebrating a birth. We have a path with money is waiting for you to find it. New investments, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Take care of, there will be a loss of material wealth, investment, but also with whom you are indecisive, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Now here, the story develops like that. So there is this big fascination about a particular opportunity. If a particular emotional component to your situation can really nourish and nurture its future prospects. You may hear, or there is some developments about this younger woman. Can be, of course, anyone in your life. So I think through them, there can be this danger to the material wealth. So you are maybe indecisive about how to approach this younger woman in your life, but you have also a connection with them. I think here, the money path alone, there is also something else. Like, there are two paths there. One is like with maybe through a friendship. We have the Three of Cups, or someone in your family, or maybe a sibling, or also a son or daughter, or a family member, or a person who is under your care, nephew. Okay, can be anyone. Partner, of course, it can be. Then they try to like pull you towards a particular investment, or like maybe inviting you in a place, but you are very indecisive about, maybe there are some risks. There are some risks, you evaluate them, but there is also another B plan here you want to follow. So now here, there can be a moment in which you may really think your relationship content with this person, what really needs to involve. Is this something really you can help to them, or do you really give a chance to another path there? This younger woman actually is a like-minded person. This is the soul code of July. Maybe their existence in your life supportive, or you have been supportive. You have this shared ideas with this person, a mutuality. Maybe this connection has also helped you to form your path of destiny, but they appear in a very sharp focus and getting all the, that dominant energy for the month. However, there can be like a dissipation and excess, and this may cause fracture in a, maybe again, a connection with them. There can be some delays, or it's like giving too many commitments, and you see yourself not able to, run like each of them. It is, and you say yes to something, and you find them like not to get together with them. Or actually you say yes to something and then you do not find the cooperation. I mean, July is like, there are two roads, but I do feel like what you need to follow here is the alternative path. Make sure when you also give a commitment, you can follow them, and like make sure it is not so much risky. Okay, July is not about risks, definitely. Let's check out August. At this point, actually, let me get. I want to get at this point the Creator, Sacred Creator's Oracle. Like to find this new money path, like what you need to do, or what type of creation potential you got to be in. You got to be in flow with money itself. You need to, Scorpio is the sign for money, represents money itself when it comes to the other people's resources and how to maintain them, lead them. So you got to be in flow with money. Now, to be in flow with money may feel or remind many things for many people out there. Just try to connect that sense, what can be the meaning of inflow of money for you, and follow that, I would say. Okay, let's find out August now. The only major arcana card has come in May for you now. What can we say for the August? August, we have the King of Cups. And let's see what tea leaf cards are telling to us. Well, King of Cups in August. This can be for sure your energy as well, but this can also represent a person, a journey, either physical or mental, happiness and well-being. Wow, the Sun card. Something to address your hopes. Okay, maybe this person is like the other person here. Let's see. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. Aren't they also trying to help each other out to cross this threshold? Like someone gives you like a protection. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Something will test you there. Will test you if you are like on the road. And if you are like still, you know, on that road that you, let's say, very much need to be, let's say. So it says stay there, you will have a protection. There is a connection here. There can be also, this time, yes, mental journey, of course, physical journey, of course, this is also the case, but maybe you will go to a sunny place. You may be connecting with a person there. Like there is some kind of a protection, or this is the person who will provide that protection for you. Why don't we get a card? I was so guided to take this one. Cooperation instead of competition. There you go, with this King of Cups. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There is no need to compete, as there is an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. Inflow with money, the money path also we had. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything, and they are giving you that also protection. King of Cups, someone to hear. Maybe in a when you meet with this person, you really want to do something different, or you are in a different place. The cooperation energy is much needed there. So the person maybe first show up like a rival. That's how you first perceive them. But actually, this is the person that you got to cooperate. You don't still lower your standards to cooperate with them. Keep your standards and cooperate with them. Maybe they ask you to, throughout the cooperation, they will ask you to lower those standards. But keep definitely committed to them. Okay, August is a good month for cooperation, but with a little bit, you know, plot twist there, but we have explored that. So September comes with this time King of Swords we have found. King of Swords energy is more of like a usually legal figure, a person who is in the legal fields. Okay, the King for really this is the mentor king, and they have a lot to say. Now this time danger, especially in money matters. You see the money matter keeps coming. Okay, July, August, September. Okay, July, August, September. Though you will be shown the way, there you go. Hidden secrets can harm you. and unsettled times. Again, this planning energy in your reading keeps coming. Here we do not want to go something without instant spontaneity. I mean, in every action of you, I do feel like there needs to be some planning phase. Like even in the cooperation, or this younger woman, you know, trying to convince you to get into something, like you got to ask, where is the plan? What am I gonna sign? This shouldn't be something like orally speaking and verbal commitment kind of thing. Now, hidden secrets, unsettled times, some hidden secrets, some details which hasn't been talked also, we can say, may cause that unsettledness as well. So when we enter in something, we got to be clear about it. Danger in money patterns. King of Swords can be also that warning energy as well. Let's get another animal card. Let's put it up here. Animal wisdom. For September, okay, for this energy, what we really need to know for Scorpio. Take the leap of faith, butterfly, it says. What you have realized in March, this situation in September has a connection with March. Document your March, because this March energy will affect September. You got to bring an element that you have changed in yourself, or a part of you that you think like can work differently now. Or you get into a path. What will be the, now it says danger, and here it says hidden secrets harm you. I mean, can't we here eliminate that danger or harming element? In what ways we can minimize it, maybe in a particular risky step or investment? Even in love, if I have to interpret it, King of Swords can be a person that you will be meeting, possibly an air sign, for instance. We don't want to come to this relationship like with a lot of secrets and with money matters are vulnerable. We want to be strong. If you're gonna enter relationships, you will be shown the way. Like a March experience or what you have like culminated there can really help you. And make sure if do they have any secrets which may later cause a problem. As we have the King of Swords, you know, with King of Swords, actually this is not so likely with usually this type of king, but there can be, how to say, use your power for fairness here, I would say. And King of Swords energy will always evaluate things with power and authority. He brings reasons to us to see what is fair and just in our situation. And he checks if we are like attending to matters with principle or of principle. It's a critical and discerning energy, the critical discerning eye on things. It cut losses by making sacrifices as well. Do you need to also make a sacrifice? But in the downside, the danger and the unsettled energy may appear when we go with like this over-disciplined, ruthless, constraint, like having no mercy for things. It's like, be careful with this person, I would say. they are not a person like to be crushed. You got to read the small prints also carefully there. So you know, September is a critical month. September is a critical month, and that's why I want to get also one more mini deck. These little oracles, my little minions, helpers, I'm bringing when necessary now in the readings. This is this system I also first time try in this year's readings, but they are really blending well. If you get this reading as a private reading before 2022, because I won't be doing it in 2022, we make a whole great oracle reading also in the beginning of this reading alone. There is also supplementary oracle reading we do. Yearly readings, my yearly private readings are super comprehensive, and we explore each month with the dominant energy like this one. It's like you hope for something, but what you actually find something really totally different. Like you hope like to make it, like, you know, overcome together with a person, but for instance here your highlight shows you actually the constant change in self and how you handle situation by yourself, by just changing the, maybe the strength is also the subconscious programming, the way you think and approach things, finding your real power in the situations. Wow. We have the artistic expression. Artistic expression can be an energy also that you need to approach your situation from a creative standpoint rather than the norms and conventions. Can we try this out? You know, you can use this artistic expression in a creative sense towards this King of Swords energy, because they will be very much interested in it. Let's find out the October dash. So what we gonna find in October? Wow, Knight of Cups. Now court cards keep coming. It's like from August onward there is this people in this month likely to come out, or of course they can be just energy for some of you. So what is the offer here? We had the artistic expression here, and then we had the Knight of Cups. So we have some good news in October. Period of prosperity and abundance. Someone is living your life, Scorpio. And psychic ability, again, trust your intuition. Again, trust your intuition. I mean, you will be shown the way. And also here, trust your intuition. So now October, there can be a person actually you do not really want in a place, at a place in your life. This person is likely to leave. And with their leaving, as they create that space, the good news is can be definitely a person's like leaving, that you really do not want them in that place or position, because they have been, let's say, unfair, they have been arrogant, they have been not in good manners, like, you know, well, if there is someone like you think they shouldn't be there and really need to follow a different path, but like you don't want them to cross with yours. Okay, you wish them the best, but you know, okay, hello, but no, I don't want you in my path, like crossing. Let's say this is something will open up there. The Knight of Cups bringing the good news there. The good news also can be a period of prosperity, abundance, money, promotions, good income, or something that you also do or perform with your psychic ability or your senses in general. Maybe you see someone like leaving a place and it really comes through in that way. So that something is working for you. Like, you know, after all that months, October is the month that you are like in the 10th month of the year. You say, wow, okay, this is my reward for the year. Okay, this is really like reward of the year for me. Let's check this can be also a new person coming to your life as well. But it's like someone leaves, someone comes. I also feel you like change work partners. I don't see something like stable. Actually, if you stay like a fixed sign, you will be the first one who will get that large. I mean, it's like you don't want to stand at the center of a flowing river. You got to be flexible. We have the Eight of Swords. I want to also get your December card. Ace of Wands. You are ending up with an opportunity there. Wow. Okay, let's get this one. Now here we have the acceptance card. And here we have also the self-acceptance cards. Now here there is something you cannot also really change, Scorpio. And this thing needs to be handled in the natural flow, natural cycle of life. Acceptance also is the way to the unconditional love. We have this note here. The angels remind you to accept everyone exactly as they are, without judging, blaming, or wanting to change them. When you are totally accepting, you bear no malice or enmity towards anyone or anything. Harmlessness through acceptance is a high state of being, and this is a difficult quality for humans to embrace, for it is a divine quality. Nevertheless, the angels are drawing it to your attention now. You are also asked to accept yourself. When you truly do so, you feel centered and confident, and your divine self is revealed. You know, the moment when you like see everything, Eight of Swords, the moment like you see everything, like things you cannot change, you accept it, and you just begin to move a different direction. You cut cord with what you have been, let's say, trying to influence towards or wanting to change. The moment you leave that thought, actually you see the other day it changes, maybe in a dramatic way, but there is a this is actually a kind of a spiritual law. I want to get now the tea leaf cards here with that Eight of Swords and the acceptance energy. What can we say? Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. We have the happiness. Again, money. Scorpio, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall, and protection from a powerful friend. There is nothing wrong here, just there is a particular detail here. Actually, the things can be in the way you want, but there is a particular detail. Maybe this is obsessing you. That's why it says. And this can be something about yourself. Again, when things are, for instance, going well, maybe a part of you, like you become also maybe harsh to yourself. Now, in the Eight of Swords energy, this is just after this is just before your Ace of Wands that in December, and we will be examining that energy as well. I would suggest you in November with the Eight of Swords and the acceptance energy is gonna be your power shield. The power shield and also this protection. Actually, you need it. Because with these developments, you may be very vulnerable to some things. As there can be some external obstacles there. The partnerships or things you look for is coming to you in not the way you want them to be, but in a very divine external way that you cannot really maybe formulate for the time you go through it. December there can be some external obstacles. You may feel disillusioned also. It's okay you retreat actually for and it's okay that you surrender yourself until things become clear. You're gonna actually feel very much internally empowered, and then you're gonna see how things can develop there. There is a truth there is a truth in that November, and you're gonna regroup yourself. You're gonna see in what ways you are really different, and with this energy, with what you can blend with and with what you cannot really blend with. Like you're gonna find your own niche in something and where you can really truly fit. This can be also with people. I feel there is some kind of a power shield over you there, and it is gonna create like a passageway, a tunnel for you that you can go like safely. Eight of Swords is like that. It says actually abandon your inner fight with competing with reality. Is there is a new powerful shield that is given to you. There is this deep and lasting protective shield of truth of your situations as well. Love, conviction is also there, and the origin of the shield actually comes from the truth, your own truth. The origin of this shield actually comes from the conviction and also from love. It's like there is a gift that you are given. It's gonna make a process easier for you. You are going to attain some spiritual perspectives again, and if you seek meaning, this will be the best thing to do. I think November here is a divine mount for that protective shield. That's why I'm gonna get the angel deck there, and in the last card I'm going to get this one. So what Scorpios needs to know? Abundance again. Yes, abundance again. Money or property to. It's time for your life to flow with prosperity, love, success. You draw from the limitless universal pool according to your belief in how much you deserve. Angel wisdom is reminding you now to believe in yourself and trust that you deserve more. Then you will attract abundance and the true riches of life. To feel surrounded by love, open your heart to others. What was your guidance? The sun. What was it saying? Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Choose to do what fulfills you most, and the angels will bring you joy, satisfaction, and success. Enhance your prosperity by receiving graciously, giving out willingly, and saying thank you for everything. Enjoy all you have and more will come to you. Wow, Scorpio. And this happens when you accept yourself, because here there is a point you become maybe harsh on yourself there. Wow, so this is to me a bit like a little bit melodramatic, a little bit emotional, month. Like you actually notice your vulnerability, but you know, nourish that side of you, and you're gonna see actually it's gonna get better. Okay, there are some parts in this reading you are harsh to yourself, but December comes with the Ace of Wands. What does now this really talks about? Let's find out. This is really a nice one. So how you gonna end up this year? So December, successfully overcoming a problem. Wow. There is a man, dealings or relationships with a man. Time to go out, have fun, and you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Money and goals has arrived. So here you are still, I think the thing is with love. Here you will be meeting a man. There is a man or a woman, but well, if or they're gonna help you to overcome this. So there can be maybe an attraction in between you. You may have good time with them. Ace of Wands can be also that instant opportunity actually for love. But Ace of Wands can also represent that, you know, intimate tension with a person. Okay, intimate tension. The connections there can feel very direct. Some breakthrough definitely can be. And also Ace of Wands, of course, as the triumph and success energy in an endeavor. You just need to be assured of success. Is actually something, you know, it comes from the power of consistency in endeavor as well. Like to pace oneself accordingly and to follow an, let's say, enterprise through to completion. So the success here is something, it is making you cross that bridge and making you, it's not like a beginning of something, but like you overcome what is really existing there, and through the help of a person. But wondering, you know, okay, so the love I think will come if some Taurus axis nodal shifts are always about financial economic prospects, and partners who align with that actually stays with us. So the love partners can come to your life from that cooperations, or there is something definitely with the material side of life, because this is social Taurus Scorpio axis. So you just be grateful for what you will be receiving from the universe. The guidance with the judgment is that if love comes to your life, because here what is missing, I think the money there, the goals there, the connections there, your very individual efforts is there. You give yourself time. There is you are in your head. You come out of it. You get involved. You do one-on-one connections. Like the judgment energy is like the love will be transformative. If you let the love in a transformative way, it can be in that way, because with the judgment energy, if you are, for instance, single watching this reading, and if you are curious about love, with the judgment energy, the love needs to be transformative. So, you know, that, for instance, date with a person, or that more light-hearted connections, is not likely to bring the love. With love, there is going to be definitely awakening, and it's gonna come when you truly feel renewed, I think. And here it may turn to love, I think, through December. So the love actually can come, the potential of it, through December. So the judgment, the renaissance of our life, the rebirth of belief and culture, right? Through the medium of the Renaissance itself. Renaissance itself in history is something when all things were reconsidered in the light of a complete reappraisal of ancestral and traditional concepts, and it has both combined the antiquity, sacred Christian, sacred classical, ancient Greek and Rome aesthetic of the ideals as well. So this is the metamorphosis card. When your metamorphosis has completed, when the awakening happens, the lifeless bodies actually, how to say, has this soul, and it's like when you complete that cycle of death and rebirth, and all that changes when they truly reveal a new picture of you, which is gonna affect everything for the rest of your time here on earth in this body. This is how the love can come. Though Scorpios, by the way, this is about family. You see the child. I mean, actually for Scorpios, for this reading, the guidance, the love comes through family, or like if you are with a person, thinking with a person you meet, you think you are good at it, like you become like a family. This also supports the love aspect, actually. Okay, it supports more conventional setups here. And guess what? We have the ring here as well. It speaks for itself. Scorpio friends, thank you so much for joining me in this video. We will continue to read. It was a pleasure. Get the best out of it, leave the rest. But these are the messages coming for your 2022. I wish you the best for the year ahead. If you consider this reading as a private reading, a personal reading, let me know, please. The information is at the description box below. I will speak to you soon, Scorpio friends. Ciao for now.